What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to talk about a set that's coming out February 1st, 2024, and I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this set. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, so please comment down below. I'm really torn on this set. I do think this set is going to do pretty decent, but I'm not sure how well it will do. A lot of people I've been talking to personally think this set is going to go kind of, it's going to do very, very well. But I don't think it will. I think there's a lot of things going against the set. And yeah, so I'll give my thoughts and opinions where I think it will be, how I think it will do in retirement. So let's dive into it. So February 1st, we've got Stitch the Brickheads coming out. And as you know, I absolutely love Brickheads. Brickheads are great investments. They tend to go up in price, and before they weren't very popular, but now they're just becoming extremely popular. Everyone's kind of collecting them all, kind of like the Star Wars helmets, where people just want to have them all lined up next to each other. Brickheads is kind of becoming that way. It's really, really growing, and I think we're going to see just the popularity gain and increase as time goes on. So why I think Brickheads are great investments? Well, there's a great chance to double your money. And you might be saying a $10 profit isn't worth it for Lego investing. Yeah, if you have those thoughts, you probably shouldn't be Lego investing because we're in a different time now. It takes a lot of effort to earn money. We're not in the previous days where if you bought a set like a Star Wars set, you could just instantly make a $80 profit. Those days are long gone. We're in a Lego recession, and I think we're almost in a Lego depression. And in order to earn a lot of money with Brickheads, you unfortunately have to buy a ton of Brickheads. I'm probably going to say for any Lego set, you have to just buy a ton of sets and you have to move a lot of sets to earn a decent amount. So I typically buy my sets in hundreds if I can afford to, and if I really feel the set is truly awesome, I will buy 100 of those sets. So from my perspective, if I bought a Brickhead set and it made a $10 profit, if I had 100 of those, that's $1,000 profits. Now we're not deducting taxes and all that stuff, but you get the idea. The more you buy and the more you sell, there's a greater chance to earn a decent amount. And you might be saying, doing 100 transactions, so I sell locally, I do not sell online, so that means I would have to meet somebody 100 times to sell those sets. And you might be saying that's not worth it. It's worth it to me. $1,000 is a lot of money. And if I could get to the point where I'm selling 6 sets a year and I sell 100 of each, that's $6,000. That's a lot of money. That helps me survive and that pays a lot of bills. It might not be worth it to you, but it's worth it to me. You just have to you just have to see what fits into your investing style. And I really, really like Brickheads because there's a great chance you can easily double your money. And there's an even greater chance that you could go beyond double. And I like Brickheads because they're typically Lego store exclusives. I tend to not invest in Brickhead sets if they're available in, let's say, Target and Walmart because there's just too many created and that overall lowers the price. So I like Brickheads because they're Lego store exclusives majority of the time, and that means they're harder to get, and there's typically a 6 to 9 month shelf life for these sets. So there's really a lot less inventory compared to, say, a regular Star Wars helmet set. And that's why the price goes up. And I really like that Lego has kept the price for Brickheads at $9.99. I expect them to raise it one day, and I really, really hope they don't because it's going to throw a lot of throw the whole investing market off when they do that. But if they keep it $9.99 for the singles, not the doubles and the quad packs, but $9.99 for a Brickhead is a great investing price. It's not too much where you're investing where if something went south and you lost money on it, it wouldn't hurt as bad. And they're typically really, really small, so they're easy to ship, and that's why I like Brickheads. And if you take a look here, so just look at some of these sets. You got Jack Skellington and Sally, retail for 20, value of 114. You got Homer Simpson and the Krusty Clown, retail for 20, value of 100. You got the Valentine's Day puppy, retail for 10, value of 25. Emmett, retail for 15. Now that they did raise the price on this one, which is shocking, and it's got a value of 139. So there is a potential to earn quite a bit of money with Brickheads, but you do not think you're going to get these type of gains. Now we're in the time where you're probably going to get a value of maybe $30 If it's a really amazing set, which would probably come from Star Wars, you might have a potential to hit 60. But these days are long gone. I do want you to be aware of that. But there still is a lot of potential just for earning a decent amount of money for a $10 set. And I think Stitch is going to be a winner. Although, like I said, a lot of people think this set is going to do really, really well. I do not think it will do really, really well. I think it's going to do well, but not as well as people think. So I personally believe that it's going to be in the $20 to $30 range. So Stitch is a unique character, and Stitch has a bunch of movies, or just a few movies, and we've all kind of grown up with Stitch. They're absolutely phenomenal movies. They're adorable. They're great. If I had kids, I would want them to watch Lilo and Stitch. They're just fun and great movies. And this was the time when Disney was unique and just absolutely made bangers for movies. And Lilo and Stitch is a very popular movie. It's not as popular as say Toy Story or maybe like Wreck-It Ralph, but overall it's a successful line. And just look, this movie cost $80 million to make. It made $273 million. So overall, it was a big success. And we all grew up with it. I'm not sure if you've seen the movies and TV shows. They're pretty great overall. And I think we're probably going to see some more of these movies come out in the future, somehow, some way. Once Disney gets back on track, I think this is a great line that they're going to expand on somehow. So let's take a look at some previous Lilo and Stitch Lego sets. So we don't have many, and it's surprising that we don't have Lilo and Stitch. They've kind of just focused on Stitch, kind of like how they do with Baby Yoda. So if we look here, if we've got the Stitch minifigure in 2016, it is retired. It had a retail value of $4, and this has a value of $17.48. So a growth of 338.1%. That is phenomenal. That tells me Stitch can do very, very well. And if we look at the one from 2023, the Disney 100 series pack, retailed for $5, got a value of $6.71. So I'm really hoping this grows in the future. But overall, we do not have a lot of Lego sets with Stitch. We've got 2 coming out. We've got this minifigure, which I don't think is going to do well at all. But the BrickHeadz, I think, is going to do very well. The price is right. You've got a $65 price tag for this. And the display piece, Stitch is just kind of weird. It's niche, and I don't think it's going to appeal to the mass audience. But this BrickHeadz, I think, is the right price. It's great size, great display piece. So I think it is going to do a ton better than, say, this set. So I really wish we had more data so we can compare the past, but overall, this minifigure is pretty much what we're going to have to go off of. And does anyone else find it a little weird that we've only got Stitch? I know Stitch is the more popular character and more adorable, and that the movies are based around Stitch, but I think it's a little weird that we didn't get a Lilo BrickHeadz. It will come in the future, so that's where this set is kind of has the appeal factor. There's a potential we will get more Lilo and Stitch BrickHeadz. But now the downfall of the Stitch lineup and character in this set, it doesn't have the popularity in the Stitch universe where we have a lot of sets that we can have and awesome sets. So when you compare them to Star Wars, ultimately I think the set is going to do a lot worse, but I think there is a potential $20 to $30 if we're lucky. And one thing that I think might have a benefit to this set is a lot of people are going to pass up Stitch and focus on the other more popular sets. So in the end, there could be less inventory of Stitch compared to other BrickHeadz sets. So that will definitely help it in retirement. I think Stitch is going to be a sleeper because people are going to walk past it and say, do I want Stitch or do I want this awesome Star Wars set? I think Stitch is great, and a lot of people think Stitch is great, but I think ultimately the universe isn't built up for Lilo and Stitch to where it has the drive where people want to collect all of the figures. And I'm basing this that they're going to come out with more Lilo and Stitch BrickHeadz. So that's my opinion on this. I would love to hear your thoughts thoughts and opinions. Do you think Stitch is kind of going to fly under the radar and there's going to be so little inventory that it could push it to $50 to $60 maybe one day? Or do you think Stitch is just it's a great movie, great character, but ultimately just not popular enough to where we can command more than $30? So please comment down below. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I know a lot of people have commented they are looking forward to the set. I personally am. The movie is just absolutely awesome. So I would love to hear it. It definitely helps the community and it helps the channel. But as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.